What if I told you the Atlanta Falcons just made a move that could decide their entire future, not just this season, but the next 3 years? One decision, one player, and it's either going to launch them into the playoffs or drag them into disaster. Right now, in Flowery Branch, Georgia, there's chaos. One rookie is tearing up the field. Another is already getting hurt. And a quiet, under-the-radar signing might end up being the smartest move of the entire offseason. This isn't just training camp. This is war. This is the start of something dangerous, something personal. And it all starts with one risky contract. The Atlanta Falcons just made a huge decision, and it might change everything. They gave Caleb McGary a 2-year, $30 million extension, locking him in through the 2027 season. But this isn't just another NFL contract. No, this is a gamble. A big one. Because this deal could either be the reason Atlanta makes a deep playoff run, or the reason it all falls apart. Caleb McGary isn't a rookie. He's no backup. He's a 6-year NFL veteran with 92 career starts. When he's playing at his best, he's a beast, a bully in the trenches. He destroys defenders in the run game. He's one of the top run blockers in the entire league when he's focused. That kind of power is rare, and the Falcons know it. He's part of a powerful offensive line trio alongside Jake Matthews and Chris Lindstrom, and now that whole group is locked in together for the next 3 years. That means protection. That means trust. And most of all, that means stability for rookie quarterback Michael Penix Jr., who's about to face NFL defenses for the first time in his life. Penix Jr. is the future, but every young QB needs a wall in front of him. Someone to take the hits. Someone to keep the pocket clean. That's what McGary has to be now. Because this isn't just about Penix, it's about a team trying to build something real. The weapons are already there. Kyle Pitts, Tyler Allgeier, Drake London. But Pitts and Allgeier are in contract years. Kirk Cousins might not be here next season. That opens up major cap space, but only if this core group proves they can win now. And here's the twist. McGary isn't always that dominant monster. Sometimes he disappears. He whiffs blocks. He looks confused. One week, he's a brick wall. The next, he's a liability. There's no middle ground. That's what makes this contract so risky. You're not just paying for talent. You're betting on consistency, something McGary hasn't always delivered. The Falcons just put $30 million on the table, hoping he shows up every single week. But here's the catch. The deal isn't expensive for his position. In fact, it's below market value for a starting right tackle. If McGary plays like his best self, this is a steal. If he flops, Atlanta can walk away later with minimal cap pain. It's a chess move, not a desperate one. This move says one thing loud and clear. Atlanta believes it can win now, and they're building around Penix like he's their guy. And just as the offense locks in its pieces, the defense? Oh, that's a different storm brewing, with rookies making noise, and one of them already raising serious concerns. Do you think the McGary extension was smart? Will he protect Penix or be the weak link? Rate your confidence in this move from 1 to 10 in the comments below, and let's talk football. The Atlanta Falcons didn't just invest in talent. They went all in on attitude, fire, and fearlessness, and it's already starting to show in training camp. James Pierce Jr. and Jalen Walker, 2 first-round picks. 2 totally different personalities. But both might shape the identity of this defense for years to come. Let's start with Pierce. This kid is a nightmare off the edge. He doesn't just play with speed, he plays like he's trying to break the sound barrier. In practice, he's already gained a reputation for chaos. We're talking multiple fights, charging in with his helmet in hand, and refusing to back down from anyone. And instead of calming things down, head coach Raheem Morris leaned right into it. After one heated moment, Morris got in Pierce's face and let him have it loud, direct, and emotional. But that wasn't anger. That was coaching. That was passion meeting purpose. Morris isn't trying to quiet Pierce down. He's trying to sharpen him to turn that wild energy into something dangerous for every quarterback in the NFC South. Brandon Dorlus, one of Pierce's fellow linemen, put it best. He's fire. I love that kid. He's fast, athletic. How he comes off the edge is crazy. Pierce is exactly what Atlanta's defense has been missing for years, an edge rusher with attitude. And it's not just his play style. Morris openly compared his presence to legends like Aaron Donald, Von Miller, and Warren Sapp. Why? Because they all had edge. That edge is what makes a defender feared, and that's what Morris wants to build in Atlanta. But while Pierce is bringing fire, Jalen Walker is showing something totally different: control. Walker is smooth, smart, and polished. He's the kind of player who makes things look easy because he's already 2 steps ahead. Early in camp, he was quietly becoming a standout, making smart reads, positioning himself perfectly, earning praise from both Morris and defensive coordinator Jeff Ulbrich. But then, it happened. A slight hamstring injury forced him off the field. Morris said it's very minor, and thankfully, Walker is already back in drills. But fans are nervous, because this isn't new. Back at Georgia, Walker had health issues. He missed time. And now, every time he slows down or skips a rep, people hold their breath. The big question: should the Falcons keep playing him in preseason? Or bubble wrap him until week 1? It's a tough call, because when healthy, Walker looks like a day 1 starter. But the risk of re-injury is real, and the Falcons know they cannot afford to lose him early. And the rookie drama doesn't end there. Xavier Watts is another name that fans better remember. He's expected to start next to Jesse Bates at safety, and the two could form one of the most exciting young safety duos in the entire league. Pierce, Walker, Watts. 3 rookies. 3 potential stars. But they've got to stay healthy, and they've got to deliver right away. Because this defense, it's been full of promise for years. But now, it needs production. The excuses are over. The clock is ticking. And while all eyes are on the rookies, the Falcons quietly made another move that could become crucial down the stretch. They just signed Gary "Gilly" Arnold, a former cornerback with the Eagles and Texans. He wasn't drafted. He's bounced around since 2020. But don't sleep on him. He's got speed, experience, and a chip on his shoulder. And when injuries pile up late in the season, and they always do, guys like Arnold step in and save games. He might not be a household name, but in a locker room filled with rising stars and bold bets, he might be the glue piece Atlanta didn't know it needed. Who's the rookie you're most excited about? Pierce, Walker, or Watts? And should Walker sit out the preseason or keep playing? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and tell us what your gut says. Is this defense finally for real? Sometimes in the NFL, the smallest moves speak the loudest. The Falcons just made one of those moves, and while it won't break headlines, it tells us exactly how serious this team is about building something real. They've signed cornerback Gary "Gilly" Arnold, a player who's been fighting for a permanent home in the league since 2020. He's had stints with Philly, Houston, and even Pittsburgh's practice squad, but his last real action came in 2023 against the Falcons themselves. That day, he logged 4 tackles and played 28 defensive snaps. He made an impression. Atlanta remembered. Now, he's wearing the red and black. He's not coming in to take over. He's not a superstar. But he might be one of the most important depth pieces on this roster. He'll likely play on special teams, rotate into coverage, and be ready to step in when injuries strike, and they always do. And in a corresponding move, Atlanta released defensive lineman Killian Zierer. Again, it's not a flashy headline, but it's another step in the Falcons' mission to fine-tune their final 53-man roster. What's happening in Flowery Branch isn't chaos. It's not panic. It's a calculated, strategic rebuild. From the McGary extension to the rookie spotlight on Pierce, Walker, and Watts, And now to under-the-radar pickups like Arnold, every move screams one thing. We are building with purpose. This coaching staff is watching everything. Every snap, every drill, every reaction. And as we look around this camp, there's something deeper happening, something emotional, something personal. There's a new identity being born, and it's starting on defense. Let's go back to James Pierce Jr. He's not just making plays, he's making noise. Every time there's a fight in camp, he's there. Every time a helmet's flying, he's holding it. And guess what? The coaches aren't mad. The teammates aren't flinching. They love it. Because this isn't out of control rage. This is controlled chaos. This is exactly why the Falcons drafted him. They didn't bring Pierce in to smile for the cameras. They brought him in to wreck game plans, to bring fear back to the pass rush, to remind quarterbacks that stepping into the pocket against Atlanta means getting hit hard. Raheem Morris called him a necessity. Brandon Dorlus said he's fire. And Pierce? He's not apologizing. Because this is who he is. A weapon being sharpened with every rep. And while Pierce plays the villain, Jalen Walker is writing a different story, a quieter, but equally powerful one. After a minor hamstring scare, Walker is back. But let's be honest, the concern still lingers. Fans remember the injuries at Georgia. They see the potential. They feel the tension. Every time he takes a snap, the hope is high, and the fear is real. Because Walker isn't just another rookie. He might become the heartbeat of this entire defense. Do you believe in this new identity? Is Pierce the pass rusher we've been waiting for? And should the Falcons trust Walker's health heading into Week 1? Drop your take in the comments below and rate this new look defense on a scale of 1 to 10. Let's hear what you're feeling. Let's get real for a second. Everything depends on one thing now. Can this defense stay healthy? Because if they can, watch out. James Pierce Jr. is already causing chaos off the edge. Jalen Walker is looking like the next great Falcons linebacker. And Xavier Watts, the rookie safety with instincts and intensity, is lining up next to Jesse Bates, ready to bring fresh fire to the secondary. Put it all together, and this could be the most dangerous Atlanta defense in over 10 years. Fast, violent, relentless. But here's the truth. It's no longer about potential. This team isn't in a rebuilding phase anymore. They're in execution mode. The coaches aren't just trying to develop players. They're demanding results. They're building a defense that plays with urgency, toughness, and identity. A defense that hits hard, talks loud, and closes games. And don't forget about Grayland Arnold. He's not a headline name. His signing didn't go viral. But real fans know when it's late in the season and injuries start stacking up, depth wins games. Special teams decides field position. Veterans decide close games. Arnold's been through the fire in Houston and Philadelphia. He's battle-tested. He knows the grind. And when his number is called, he won't blink. He might not be a starter, but come November or December, he might be the difference between a win and a loss. So what are we really looking at here? Let's zoom out. The Falcons just made a huge gamble on Caleb McGary. They've gone all in on young, fiery rookies to flip the defense upside down. They're moving with purpose, no wasted reps, no wasted time. The energy at camp is electric, the players believe. The staff believes. And now, it's time to ask, do you? Because this roster? It's starting to look playoff ready. Not perfect. Not proven. But ready if everything clicks. The pass rush. The linebackers. The secondary. It's all there, on paper. But we've been here before. The question is, can they finally make it real? Is this the defense that finally gets it done? Is James Pierce Jr. a game changer or a gamble? Was the McGary extension a smart bet or a mistake waiting to happen? Drop your thoughts in the comments and rate your confidence in this team from 1 to 10. This season isn't just about hope, it's about results.